U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken kicked off his three-nation Africa trip on Sunday with the first stop in South Africa. Blinken held talks with the South African counterpart, Naledi Pandor. The three-nation trip will also include stopovers at the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. The visit comes as Washington looks to counter Moscow's influence in Africa. It follows the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov's extensive tour of the continent. The first stop during Blinken's visit is South Africa, which has remained neutral in the Russia-Ukraine war. He is set to make a policy announcement on the U.S. government's new Africa strategy. The talks are expected to include ongoing and recent developments related to the global geopolitical situation. During his tour, Antony Blinken is also expected to launch the U.S. strategy for Sub-Saharan Africa and hold talks on health, infrastructure, trade and climate change. The U.S. State Department had said last month that African countries were geostrategic players and critical partners on the most pressing issues of our day. Several countries, including in Africa, have been hit by fuel and food price hikes caused by the war in Ukraine. Earlier in June, Russia had called on the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa to cooperate in the face of selfish actions, quote-unquote, from the West. And as per the experts, the latest visit by Antony Blinken will aim in bringing South Africa into the Western fold. It will enable the U.S. to understand the position of the African countries. Antony Blinken's trip follows a visit by the French President Emmanuel Macron to Cameroon and Guinea-Bissau late last month. This also is Blinken's second trip to Africa since his appointment early last year. The repeated visits by prominent leaders showing Africa's growing role in the global future. Blinken will visit the Democratic Republic of Congo later this week. Blinken's tour will then wind up in Rwanda, which has seen a flare-up in tensions with the Democratic Republic of Congo. For more on this, our correspondent Calden Ongbo getting us this report from Johannesburg. Take a look.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in South Africa on Sunday. His visit comes at a critical time when the global pandemic, as well as the Ukraine war, has had a profound impact on the African continent. Blinken is expected to give a major policy speech at the University of Pretoria later today, where he will describe the United States strategies for Sub-Saharan Africa. Blinken's trip to Africa follows recent tours by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and experts say that this visit to Africa may also be seen as part of a competition between Russia and Western powers for support from African countries over the war in Ukraine. South Africa is one of the many African countries that have maintained a neutral stance on the war and have not publicly criticized Russia. South Africa is the United States' largest trade partner in Africa. This is Calden Ongbo from Johannesburg, South Africa. For WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.